This is Romeo Finley from the LA Chargers, and you're now tuned in into the What's Your Opinion podcast.
Welcome to the second episode of the What's Your Opinion podcast. My name is Landon Buford, and today's guest, we have rookie linebacker from the Los Angeles Chargers, Romeo Finley. Romeo, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
First question is the 2020 season will be your first in the NFL as a rookie. What are your can you tell us some of your expectations for this year?
First and foremost, I was undrafted free agent, so they signed me literally like a call like 10 minutes after the draft. So my first thing that I'm planning to do, I got to make the 55-man roster. So as we're planning for that right now, this is a weird time. We're just doing Zoom meetings, so it's kind of different. Just in taking all that in, they can't really go out there and actually do it. But it's not like I'm the only one doing it, so we're all at the same level. So that's my first and priority goal. Make the 55-man roster, then everything after that will come.
And hold on 1 second. What has been your off-season routine looking? How has it been looking thus far? Obviously, you talked about you're trying to make this 54-man roster. But what has your routine been? During this whole quarantine, because this is not normal for off-season for you guys.
It's definitely not. So like before this whole process even came, I was in Miami doing my pre-combine training, and then once the corona crisis hit, I left and came back to the Panhandle. So I came back in mid-March, and the draft was until like middle April. So there was so that whole month, that whole time, really, I was just working out and just trying to stay in shape, staying the best I can. I was actually working on the side too, just to get some little money on the side. But as far as now that I'm on the roster and we actually doing stuff, we meet 4 times a week for at least 3 hours a day. So that starts at like 10 o'clock Central Time, and it ranges and goes to about 12:30. Then we're free, and then we have another little meeting, not affiliated with the Chargers. It's like something for like all the rookies.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that about 5 o'clock Central. Then usually I get my work in. I do my little workouts after that, my workout and my running. Then that's really about it. Try to stick to that.
Can you talk about a little bit about the process that you have to go through, being that you weren't drafted? Is it any different than in training camp than say somebody that was drafted and like I guess the first 3 rounders are guaranteed, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah. So basically, I think it is like that. I guess if you're drafted like first, third round, you're kind of really guaranteed. But I don't know if you're guaranteed, but I mean, they drafting you that high. So for us, they picked up like I think 15 or so undrafted free agents, and it's right now I think it's a 90-man roster, and they got to cut it down to 55, and they have like training camp, and they have preseason games, and they just gonna they're gonna like little by little cut it down to that last week. So I'm just gotta keep working, perfect my craft, and I got my foot in the door. They gave me a chance, so it's up to me.
Exactly. Next question is due to COVID-19, you said you had to do a lot of Zoom meetings. How has that played a role in you being able to practice those plays from from the defensive playbook
Yeah.
this offseason?
It has played a big role. So, like for me, like going in college when we do like what we call our installs or learn the playbook, how it works is like at Miami we practice in the morning. So we meet in the morning, like we go over what we're finna do, then boom, we go out there and do it in practice. So like when we mess up, we can do it over, go back over it, whatever. And with this, since they're on like a little time frame, they got a certain amount. We're doing like installs, different installs, I should say, every day. So mainly it's on you. Like when you're not in football, you gotta go over your playbook because you're like us. We're all battling. We want to be that 55 man or that 12-man practice squad. So all in all, to keep about 67 people. So like it just goes by who gonna know the most and who when you get out there will make mistakes. And they always tell me don't let them cut you because you don't know your playbook.
Hmm.
So that's the main thing I've been getting at when people tell me like little advice. They said, "Don't let them cut you because you don't know your play." So
I guess how has this this time helped you with time, um not time consuming, but I guess time management. Sorry, time management.
with the
Basically for your
go ahead.
schedule and things of that nature. Because normally you would have, I guess, a certain thing, but now it's more on you to get that extra work in when you can.
Right. Yeah. So shoot, like for me, I just gotta stick to it. Like after my long days of meetings, there be some days you be like, dang, these long days, nah, I want to work out, but you got to keep yourself in that tip top shape. So yeah, when I do get out there, I won't lose anything. So for me, it's just mainly just eating right and just sticking to working out. Cause some days you get like, dang, I don't want to do this. I don't feel like it, but you compete.
Sorry, I'm doing this unorthodox.
You good, bro?
Um, how have you been able to bond with your new teammates through the social distance process? Because obviously
So
it's all through the internet right now. So.
yeah, so how we started off, like when we first started our meetings, I think beginning of May, it was just for the first week and a half, it was just me and the rookie. So it was just me and the three other rookies, linebackers, and then the coach, our line coach, and then our GA. So that just first week and a half just allowed us to just get acclimated with each other and kind of like build our confidence a little bit. Just we don't know something, we could be able to ask the coach. You don't got the vets in there. You don't have to feel like because that first day, because our meetings was really good with just the rookies, and then they told us like, after a week and a half, once we learn this whole install, we'll be caught up with the vets, and then they join our meetings. That first couple of days was like when they got in, and the coach and we were going over stuff. The rookies weren't saying anything because they're the vets. You just feel like you don't want to be wrong, but
Mm.
then once we like got acclimated with all them. The vets are like on the vets that we have in our group. They're like really, really cool and helpful. Like if we do wrong, they actually helping us. It ain't like we're going to because you got to think too. Like it's every man on the team is trying to feed their family. So like if they probably looking at we help with y'all, then they might give y'all edge because y'all trying to take our spot. But like they're not looking at it like that. We got some really good vets and they're helping us and they're helpful and they're all positive. Like when we do our meetings, there's like no negative energy. Everybody's laughing, everybody's joking, and then when coach calls on us if somebody's wrong, they're helping. Like actually, and I'm thinking I'm going to the NFL. You're finna go in the locker room. You're competing. Like we're still competing, you feel me? But like I'm thinking it's gonna be all like they not gonna help because they trying to survive, do this. But like this group I'm going to, they're like a really good group of guys and very much helpful. So the bond we create, the little 3.5 hours we get a day is like just learning new things. And we're all from different parts, so like we always have like a panel at the beginning, just talk about how you doing, how your day, like what's going on. So we just get to know you guys and their perspective things and just take it from them too, because they've been in for a little bit. Their knowledge is very helpful.
Okay. Um, Speaking of veterans, what have you been able to learn from veterans on defense, such as Chris Harris Jr. and Derwin James?
So as far as those guys, I only time I'm in the meetings with those guys if we're all in the special teams meetings, and then Monday we do like a full defensive meeting, and that's only about 10 minutes. He's just letting us know what's going on with the week, what install, what coach has to say about things. So as far as just being in meetings with those guys, I haven't really been in meetings with those. But the vets in my group would be like um, Denzel Perryman. He's going on year 5, and then we got a couple other guys that's been there for a little minute, and one other guy that I really like, and he's very helpful is Drew Tranquil. He's going on year 2. But DP going on year 5. He's done seen it all. He's been with the Chargers his whole career. Just he's so helpful, and what helped me, he actually went to the U, so like at the U brotherhood at Miami. So like, just we have a little. I didn't play with him, but I grew up watching him, and then now he's at the Chargers. So just he's been very helpful with information, and then Drew. Man, Drew Tranquil, he's going to year 2. We're actually playing the same position. He be helping me a lot. When I be getting stuff wrong, he'll write me on the side just to like give me like quick little hints or notes to help me remember that so I won't get it wrong.
Okay.
Just have just that little information and just that type of stuff. You feel you that shows what kind of guys those are. Like they're not all for themselves. They're very helpful in letting them help for hints. So like, very positive and thankful for them guys. So they made this transition very easy than I would, and I thought it would be.
Because, like you said, sometimes it's not the transition is not that easy, and obviously, the season hasn't really started because you guys haven't been same room yet. So, hold on. There's a strong possibility that fans won't be in attendance due to the COVID-19 pandemic. How do you think that would affect your game on the football field?
I feel like it wouldn't affect my game, but NFL players we're like entertainers, So like without no crowds, it's like I wouldn't say it's not like we're not entertaining anybody because we are still gonna be watching on TV, but that same feeling, like it's just gonna be a different feeling because when I'm in college, shoot, you build off the fans because they're right there. When things aren't going right, they're there. Even when they're going wrong, like it's just like some people say that they're like that 12th man. So I don't know, that energy is definitely gonna feel different because I feel like it's gonna be a practice game, but it's still, I mean, if you're a competitor, you're gonna compete regardless. So like fans or no fans, so it'll really show who's gonna be the competitor or not, but. It's going to be different, going into year 1 of my rookie year. NFL's always been a dream, and one is just playing and being in that atmosphere. So maybe with being no fans, I'm like, dang, this is my first year. So hopefully they figure out something. But like, if it ain't gonna be no fans, you just gotta adapt and just keep playing. If you're a competitor, you're gonna compete regardless.
I know when we discussed this on Fox Soul last week, the NFL was thinking. I guess I heard that they were thinking about putting speakers with crowd noise so kind of could feel like there is a crowd in the stands, or adding crowd noise, things of that nature. I mean, they're trying to figure out other ways to implement that fan energy into the stadium this year, but we have to see what happens. We won't know until you guys start playing. But I guess, how is the transition? Because I know you guys went through the rookie symposiums. They tell you what to invest in. Cut off family members. That type of thing. Yeah. So I guess, what did you learn from that? And obviously, you're going to help family out, but obviously to a certain extent, because you got to stay. You are your priority right now. Yeah.
So when I'll be meaning like we have another set of meetings that's like at 5:00 Central. Those are the meetings we be doing, and those have been very, very helpful. Like we have like 2 main guys over like the player personnel, and it's another guy that helps with too. I don't know his title, but like it's all 19 of us are rookies, and we doing like different panels every day. We did like investments. We did how to manage our money. We did pros and cons of the league, NFLPA, what else we done? Sexual abuse,
Mm-hmm.
decisions in that, and that main thing was like the money part too, because that's gonna come with it. When you get money, different people come along, and
Yeah.
even people that ain't been with you, they're gonna come along too. So they say the main thing, like, if your best thing you're gonna do is that answer no, and it's gonna be hard because a lot of us come from like these
Mm-hmm.
situations. You feel me? And you always want to help, but like you gotta look out for yourself too. Like, as far as me, I'm gonna look out for sure. My family, like my dad and my little brother. But then you're gonna have these people that ain't been in that walk. They're gonna come along and they think you owe them something, but you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that no is gonna be your best answer, and it's gonna be hard, but that's what they tell us, that no gonna be your best answer.
And also you got to think about it this way: just because you're not shelling out money
Yeah,
doesn't mean that you're not helping with your time or you're lending your voice to certain things that certain people are doing.
yeah, right.
You don't have to physically always come out and dish out funding for things either
Yeah,
to
yeah,
to be helping people. You could
yeah,
be introducing them into, because of your status. I mean, obviously you're gonna vet everybody, but you'll have the opportunity to might put somebody in the right position just based off of a connection that you know. But you don't have to physically give them money to do that.
hmm,
You know what I mean? Because I know a lot
yeah,
of athletes now are putting their friends, if they're paying for something, it's like, okay, you're going to college, I'll pay for that to go
yeah,
for those classes and stuff like that. But
yeah,
once you're done, then I want you to come work for me as my agent, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, whatever it is. You know what I mean? So it's not
yeah,
like you're sitting on my my payroll and you're not doing anything like they used to do back in the day.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's always a good thing too. Uh, Um, Speaking of Miami, while you were there, you had the opportunity to work with strength and conditioning coach David Feeley. Can you
Yeah.
talk about how he has been able to prepare yourself and others, such as other former Canes players, such as Seahawks running backs Travis Homer and DJ Dallas, to name a few that have reached the NFL level?
So like when Feely came in, like he when he came in with that new staff, and he set the standard from day one, just how he goes about things. And I mean, knowing going to Miami, we had this like, we're supposed to do this, supposed to win this, and he brought in how he did things. And at first, every college is, you like, oh, we'll doing this, doing that, but you just gotta let it like flow and actually feel the guy out. And like, turns out like he was like a really really good coach, man, even a better person. Like, he helped us so much, and even me too. He brought out some things that I did that I never really like see myself doing that. And one of them was like leading and talking out. Like, he brought that out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he for sure helped me, or helped me to where I am today, and I thank him for that. And he was always in my ear. He was always positive. Anything he said to me, I always took it to help me, not like he's down to me. So like, I felt him just coming in to and what he brung in, like, it's gonna really change the way things go around there, and he's implementing it now to this hit going in year 2 at Miami, and I think he's gonna really turn that program around. And I'm happy I got to be like his first group to be part of it.
I wanted to ask you about Mr. at UN because I mean, obviously, with the stuff that's happened off the field to put them on probation, is the vibe still there that it was in like 2001 when the university was winning championships, when Ed
So,
Reed and those guys were there, actually winning,
yeah,
setting the standard, things of that nature, and
yeah,
then obviously clear when Michael Irving and them won in the late 80s, in the mid
yeah.
80s.
So like, at I think there's like three things you got to accomplish: win, beat Florida State, win an ACC championship and ultimately win a national championship. And for me, I kind of did one and a half of those things. Beat Florida State 3 to 4 times I was there, and I went to the ACC championship my sophomore year. So I mean, we won the coast, but uh, really, those are like things you'll be known for. As far as that whole chemistry and vibe, you know, if you're a true Miami fan, you watch those things that came on TV. Being around Miami, we had a couple of those guys always come back and talk and how they did things. And there was times it was like you look at me like, dang, like how we get like those guys? What we got to do, whatever. But like it's just I don't know. I feel like they're close. Like maybe we helped it a little bit. Like they're close to being back to where it's supposed to be, but it's gonna take some time. They're like improving every year, getting new things. Coach Diaz going on his second year, so he gotta make some noise. He got some big old acquisitions, transfers, and new coaches. So like, um, I don't know. We'll see. Uh, I'm always gonna root for the U. That was always my dream school. So my whole 4 years there, I enjoyed the whole process. Learned a lot of things, made a lot of new friends. Definitely matured, but the U will be back. I don't know when they'll be back.
Okay. Am I too dark, or do I look okay?
Yeah, you good?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was gonna say we probably should have checked that beforehand, but I guess how important is it to have an alum and somebody that's been on that coaching staff before, being that the head coach, he came back from I think he was at Temple, wasn't he? He was at Temple and he came back.
So what happened was Coach Diaz was my defensive coordinator my first 3 years I was there, 2016, 2017, and 2018. And our defense has statistically always been like top 15 the last 2 years. So started getting a lot of recognition. And as a coach, you want to elevate and
Mm-hmm.
do better things. He got an offer from Temple, and the head coach, you can't deny that. So he took the Temple job,
Mm-hmm.
but he took it while we were in my junior year going into our bowl game. So he stuck it out. He coached that last bowl game with us, and then I'm going to my senior year. We all thinking, damn, we finna get a new defense coordinator. Things might change. Things might change for me. You know how that works.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe I want to say, like, I forgot what the timeline was. A week or so after our bowl game, Mark Rick, our head coach, he had stepped down or retired. So
Mm-hmm.
Manny Diaz, being from Miami, his dad was the mayor. Miami has always been his dream job, be the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So he, so that during that whole process, he was already looking for after our bowl game. He was looking for his staff at Temple, and I believe like once Mark Rick resigned, they actually looked into Manny and they talked to him. We get a text literally, I want to say that day where Coach Rick retired, or maybe the next day, and Coach Diaz is like he's going to be our new head coach, and we were like, man, this is crazy. It's like this is who we wanted. So for like defense, the whole staff didn't change. Like we still got our coaches, and then but for Temple, you got to feel for them. Like
Because it was
he
kind of seems like they were
he
using.
was their head coach for maybe
Yeah.
like I want to say like 2 weeks to a month. He's looking for his whole staff, and then his dream offer comes, and like it's just he couldn't say no to that, and it's going to be crazy this year because Miami's first game this year is Temple.
Temple.
So like, and I believe he went there and had like press conference and stuff. So like, it's gonna be crazy.
He had intentions to be there, but
Yeah,
Temple fan base is like, oh, we were only used as leverage. He
yeah,
was planning on being here. You know how that goes.
yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately for them, but that's not the case to happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess you could say in all accuracy, yeah, but it wasn't. He had intentions of being there for the long term, so it'd be like that sometimes. Um, Speaking of, uh, like yourself, Dallas is entering his rookie season as well with the Seahawks. What type of player are they getting in him, in your opinion, for somebody that actually was in practice with this dude every day?
Are you talking about DJ Dallas?
Yes, sir.
Man, DJ Dallas, that is a ball player, motivator, and he gonna give it his all. He came out. He did his 3 years and came out. But he felt you got to feel for him. He had a little kid, so he, had to do what he had to do. He felt like he did enough. I felt like he did enough, and Seahawks drafted him in the fourth round, so they see something in him. He's going into a backfield where he played with that guy. He's going there for 2 years, so that guy will be able to give him some knowledge. They know each other, so it'll be good for him. I feel like they're getting all around back. One of the scouts said he was the best blocking running back coming out of this class, so that's high praise. So they're gonna do it all, guy, because he came in Miami as a receiver and transitioned to running back. So I feel like they're getting a versatile player that can run, he can block, he can catch. So really gonna be rooting for bro. So
I know that they were saying that they might be looking for him to do some return game
yeah,
to get him on the field, and he was like
yeah,
during his I was working for SI at the time, but
yeah.
they uh, they told him that pretty much he was like if they need me to do punt returns, kickoff returns, it doesn't matter wherever they need me for so I can get play right away. I'm willing to do it. So that's the
That's what
type
kind
of
of guy
players.
he is. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the type of players that you're looking for.
right.
Um, how has Travis Homer helped you? Being because obviously he went undrafted last year. You went undrafted this year. Have you guys connected on that level yet? Or
Travis actually got drafted in the seventh round.
okay,
Okay, but me and Travis actually have the same agent, so just going through that whole process, he was a big help. We really ain't talked that much, but just a little bit, and we were pretty close at the UM too. But Travis was always a hard worker. He was a different guy. He didn't do what the majority did. He was his own person, which is great. And but it'll be good for them. He got to get some experience in the playoffs this year. He started one game, so like year two, it's supposed to be a big jump. So I'm rooting for him.
okay, okay. Let me see what is next. Um, he basically answered that. How is he helping you through the transition period? I guess we heard what you want to do on the field. What do you want to do off the field as far as business ventures later on down the road? What are you looking to get into as far as that goes? Because most people nowadays want to be entrepreneurs as well.
Yeah. So I feel like hopefully once I get to where I want to be, I definitely want to invest in some things to build my money up over time. Um, so I've been thinking about that. I never actually thought about like doing coaching or whatever, broadcasting maybe, but I actually got a degree in criminology. So if all this didn't work out, I wanted to go into actually the law enforcement or FBI or something like that. So that's what I really that was the backup plan. But definitely I want to invest. I want to give back to my hometown, do something because didn't have a lot, didn't see a thing. So just like I'm already like a motivation for a lot of kids. So I want to do something and give back to them so they can have opportunity. Because
I know a friend of mine, Dom Williams. He won a Super Bowl with the Eagles, and he was drafted by ironically, he played for the Chargers a couple of years ago,
yeah,
out of Washington State. But he just got he just got accepted into the FBI. He was a Crim J major, and he retired. I think due because of back injury. and then went the criminal justice route, which ended up he being with the FBI. So I can see it happening if that's the way that you wanted to go and things of that nature.
Right.
So I guess like you said, you want to do charity work. Shoot. Like what do you doing in these off times that you're when you're not working out in meetings? Are you playing video games? What's going on in your world as far as that goes?
So in college, I was actually a big video game guy. Like when I was doing anything, I was always playing the game. But I don't know, since this time I've been home, this is like the longest time I've been home because if you don't know, I attended University of Miami, which is 9.5 hours from my actually hometown.
Mm-hmm.
So when I did get to come home, it wasn't for long, maybe like 1 or 2 weeks. Now I've been home since like March. This is the longest time. So just just hang it with family, hang it with my girl. Just this time definitely has brought not even me, but a lot of people together because you're actually not at your work. You're actually get to enjoy your family because
Right.
how we do these sports. They're like literally year long. Like your off season, even though it's off season, it's still like
You still got obligations and stuff to do.
yeah. So like this time, a lot of people are taking this time to actually enjoy and be with their family. For me, I done took them and I've been fishing a lot lately. Been helping my girl cook a little bit, and I've been watching a lot. I've been watching a lot of TV shows. So yeah, just catching up on TV shows, hanging out with friends. Finally get to do that, and yeah, enjoyed this time for sure.
Okay. I guess final question. Who are you looking to? Which quarterback are you looking to pick off?
So my favorite team growing up was the New England Patriots. And with that, my favorite quarterback was Tom Brady.
Right.
Tom Brady just got signed to the Bucks this year, and
Yeah.
we actually go to Tampa. So that would be like a dream come true, just to sack him or get an interception. I ain't gonna lie, if I do accomplish that, I'm gonna ask him at the end of the game for a picture or something, like not even on no fanboy, nothing like.
Yeah.
I
Well, because you
my
don't know
whole
how long
yeah
left he's gonna play. You know what I
exactly
mean?
like you're first ballot Hall of Famer. My whole life you've been on one team who I've been rooting for, been rooting for you, and just to actually get to play with you. Like when I was like a little kid, he was an NFL watching. Now I'm actually finally here, and I hopefully get to play against him. That'd be like a big bucket list thing.
How important is it for you personally to be with one team your entire career, like a Ray Lewis or a
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah. That definitely would be nice. As far and for me, I'm undrafted free agent, so this team giving me the opportunity, they believed in me, so that like me giving back to them would be hopefully like lifetime staying with them my whole career, even though it's in Cali and I'm from Florida, but like that definitely be important.
okay, this will be. The NFL just announced that they're going to allow you guys to protest during the national anthem. I mean, a couple years ago when Kaepernick
Yeah,
was obviously on the field, that was frowned upon, and it kind of
yeah,
the lines are still being blurred in of
yeah.
that being. How do you think that's? Well, first of all, what's your opinion of that? And then how do you think? I guess what Kaepernick's had to go through is going to actually, I guess, go into this season. Obviously,
Yeah,
with protests and things of that nature, because everything's coming full circle.
yeah. So I mean, being in college, you just did what everybody else did. We all stood. So, I actually haven't had time to really reflect on that because, I never. I don't know. I like, yeah, he had his reasoning, and we all have our reasons. I never actually really thought about like what I do or what like my perspective about it. But I feel like, shoot, these NFL players have their platforms. They should be able to do what they want or and express their feelings. And people have different ways to express theirs. And even with all this stuff, he says he does it for like because the racial injustice, police brutality. So he started that, and now people are following him. And you see the time we're in now. So like, I feel like that's good. People should be able to do what they want, express, as long as it ain't hurt nobody.
Okay, I got you.